sleeping? How could you be sleeping?
Marijuana affects your brain cells. The effects of marijuana affect your brain cells. So let's get it correct, man. What you got for me? I am on the motherfucking clock. Y'all got a late night session. So we're gonna try to get in and out with this show.
It's a bunch of things.
It's cool. Nah, we cool. We're cool. We're cool. So go ahead, do what you gotta do.
You know, it's been a while. We really thank you guys, everybody who's tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
We a year old, man.
We are a year old. We celebrated that.
We are a year old.
We are. But there's a lot of things that has happened over the past few weeks since the last show we did, like you talked about DMX, right?
Right. Shout out to DMX peoples.
Right.
Did they have a funeral yet?
Well, I'm sure they had a private funeral, but they said that there was going to be a memorial.
Okay.
April the 24th or something like that. Right. In April. So, and it's in New York. So.
Okay.
But there's a lot of things. So I didn't know because everything that's happened is on like way crazy opposite ends of the spectrum.
So just tap in.
And so I wanted to do positive things and do things to help make people think, but there are so many killings and shootings, especially near where we live. And so, I mean, there's a lot of crazy things that's happening. So
then you got the Derek Chauvin trial, and
yes, and I see that the jury went out. The jury is doing deliberations now.
No doubt.
So
my question to the public: what do you think is going to happen with that Derek Chauvin trial? Y'all think they gonna give your man some time, or y'all think he gonna get off like everybody else did?
I only watched part of the trial, so I can't even say. I only watched the witness that worked in the store, the young black man that worked in the store.
Okay.
And I don't know. I was just reading like some of the stuff. They're saying that they don't feel like he used too much force.
9 minutes. Please.
Police officers are trained to. Oh no, let me pull it back up.
Go ahead.
Let me.
I'm like, who the fuck hold their breath for 9 minutes? I don't even think
one.
that got to be a record.
No, I don't think anyone can hold their breath for 9 minutes. And I'm probably gonna light a fire under some people. Hold on.
I'm holding wrong. That shit kicking in.
What you spelling older for?
I think he'll get some time, not much, if he don't get off 5 years. All right.
Right. Like they're saying that he, on one side, he didn't use too much force. What?
The Guinness Book of World Records for holding your breath the longest. It's 24 minutes and 3 seconds.
Who held their breath for 24 minutes? They a lie.
Alex Segura Vendrell from out of Spain. 24 minutes. Damn.
Nah, dog. You see, it could be 24 minutes.
24 minutes.
Like they say, after a certain amount of time, your brain starts.
That's what lifeguards tell you. But not this guy.
Come on.
Hey,
a lack of oxygen will kill your brain. Brain cannot function without it. 24 minutes.
24 minutes and 3 seconds.
Almost a half an hour.
That shit making my lungs hurt right now. All right, feel me? Almost brain dead. Word.
In that bag.
24 minutes.
That's insane.
Oh, somebody done beat his record from Croatia.
What?
It's 24 minutes and 33 seconds on a single lung full of air. Damn. All right, I'm done with that. But that's amazing. Shit. I
I
wasn't expecting that. I was thinking there's gonna be like 3, 4, 5 minutes. These niggas, that's a whole episode of a 30-minute TV special.
Right.
With without commercials.
Right.
But go ahead.
So they're I'm trying to find. So they're on one side they're arguing that he should have used like reasonable doubt and common sense. That 9 minutes was way too long for his need to be on George Floyd's neck.
I mean, if he was already handcuffed
and pressed up against the pavement,
right? The whole
trap between the tire.
The whole thing was to get him, and I done seen them hog tie people just to put him in a car. They ain't attempt to do that.
Hey, did you see the look on the other officer's face when? Because the officer that was sitting right beside him, like the dude.
It was 4 of them on him at one time.
At the end, like towards the end, he just had this look like, what the fuck?
But here's my thing: if you
like this dude is dead. Like he had the look like, what the fuck, this dude is dead. Okay.
But look though, so they're correction officers, and I'm speaking from experience. All right, so these niggas is straight pussy. But when you're in that situation and they have the advantage, they're the bigger asshole than you at that particular time, man. You just gotta ride that shit out. Or situation on the inside can be uncomfortable for you because they have the authority, right?
Right.
But that's just me noticing, like, if we wasn't in here, you wouldn't be this person. You wouldn't be this savage if we wasn't behind these walls. You feel me? Right. But it's territorial. I get it. Like, this your backyard. This your domain. You got all the power, and you got a whole bunch of other people that's like you. Now, they ain't saying that every CO is soft or been bullied on or whatever. The thing people used to always say, COs are the people who couldn't pass the test to be a police officer.
Right.
That's just something that motherfuckers used to say. They couldn't cut the bill. So they salty about that. You know what I mean? Right. I couldn't make it as a cop, so I gotta be a babysitter for who the police bring up in here. You know what I mean? Right. And then the shit you gotta deal with in there. Cause they are assholes. That's a given. A lot of COs is just assholes. There's some cool COs that come through, they do their job, but you know, they gotta be on their toes, man. So, but go ahead.
Well, they're being defense attorneys are saying he didn't act without outside of, you know, excessive force is what it is. I mean, they're allowed to use excessive force if they think that, you know, you are resistant or whatever. They're trained to be forceful. So one side is saying that they were trained to do that, and the other side is saying, but he should have let up. Once he seen he was in cuffs, he should have let up. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, this situation before you get off it, the fact that they said that they used to work together or knew each other, I don't know how true that is. But when you start adding in, see, this is where the cool ethics shit gets lost in translation. You have a prior relationship with that person, either as a civilian or just period off duty. You know what I mean? Because technically off duty, you're part civilian, still cop type shit. You just ain't on duty, so they call them off duty cops. But if you had that relationship with somebody and y'all wasn't cool, it was just a bad stroke of luck that he ended up with that guy. So you don't know what really transpired with that relationship when they was a bouncer at the club. You don't know. You know what I mean? He could have got bagged more chicks than him, and he ain't like that because Cuz was kind of cut up. He was built. You know what I mean? And you all long and linky and ain't no telling what your see, and that's the other thing. Tell the background of the cop. You're always telling the background of the perp or victim.
Yeah.
Tell the background, was he punked as a little kid? Like, I want to go through that whole shit so we can know who he is. And they don't do that.
Be lying on their psyche.
They don't do that. So. Show them, let me see the yearbook picture. Did the nigga have on bifocals or some shit? You know what I mean? How corny was this nigga in high school? That'll tell me a lot. Why he became a police officer. Shit. Let me know. You know what I mean? But,
shit.
Yeah, the things motherfuckers don't think about. Y'all be up in arms about what be going on. Nah, nigga, let's get the background on your boy. I don't need to know his address. Just give us some history, because somebody know that nigga. He just ain't pop about the clear blue with a uniform on. He has a history.
Yeah.
But I think that's funny. In this age where people can find out shit if they want to, how is it that we don't never find that person who can get that information and make it public, right, or leak some shit out? Since things leak, hell, we got government officials who shit get leaked. You can't get this nigga. You feel me? This nigga from Minnesota, you can't get this nigga.
Navy SEALs and shit.
Right. Why that can't get? How does that not get leaked? At least leak some shit, my nigga.
No, they ain't leaking that. Then they have to admit they fucked up. And we can't do that.
Let us peek behind curtain number 3. You feel me? Let me keep that shit a secret.
I don't want to peek behind curtain number 3.
But saying that, so we don't get to gain real sympathy for the cop in that regard. Because you got this ironclad wall where you ain't gonna tell some shit until, let's say, he do get convicted and go to jail. Then they gonna shit all on his name. They gonna bury him. That's what if he gets convicted, we gonna hear things we ain't heard. How long this shit was? 2 years? When did
it was last year.
Okay.
Yes, I know murderers that sat on trial for 5 years here never went to trial.
Right.
No, he killed the bitch. Mm-hmm. 5 years in the mouse, chilling. They got this trial underway in 1 year.
Yeah, well.
George Zimmerman, how long did he? I seen a meme that said it all started with George Zimmerman. They shouldn't have let him for whatever reason. I ain't make the connection, but they messed up when they didn't prosecute George Zimmerman. Cause did it give white people, did they feel like they had a pass? They always felt like
peace.
Motherfuckers wasn't spraying black people for no reason.
Actually, hold up though.
Chasing them with dogs.
Hold up though. Actually, my G, Dave Allen, Lawrence Fishburne is a cousin of my cousin through birth. He's a cousin of my cousin through birth. Real talk. I'm related to the Fishburnes through birth. You were awesome and boys in the hood. Thank you. Who was I though? Was I Mars Chestnut? All this chocolate, and I got the guns out too. But hey, peace. Yeah, dig. I do this. I do this. We can do this all night.
Oh my God. All right. So, because there's a lot of other depressive shit that happened. I definitely, the black soldier who got pepper sprayed, we didn't talk about this.
Yeah, I watched that video.
Okay.
You want my take? It's going to be quick.
Okay, hold on. I want to get, okay, go ahead.
Nah, if you want to get an introduction for those who ain't up on that.
I'm pulling it up. Go ahead.
All right, so because I know of a similar situation, I can say I understand him pulling, like they tried to pull him over somewhere else.
Right.
And he went from A to B.
Right.
And trust me, when you do that, even though you have good intentions, they not back there looking at it that way, nigga. They putting extra bullets and guns and shit. Right. He wanted to go somewhere where it was lit up.
Well lit.
So technically, you just escalated the situation by trying to do a good deed.
Evading the law.
Right.
Right.
So when they rolled up on him, they already like, you got to think of the conversations they was having with each other, either over the radio or in the car. They not saying nothing nice about you for not pulling over the first time, my nigga. So they gassing themselves up.
Right.
Because you heard how they was talking to him. You feel me? It's like, yo, what your man say?
You should be scared.
Yeah, you should be scared. Like, hold up, my nigga. I'm with him on the what I do shit, but why you gotta threaten the nigga? Just do your fucking job.
Right.
But that's what they do. It's almost like drugs, man. That adrenaline. Once they get pumped up and they got guns and tasers and see, people don't understand that. That's why you gotta respect the process. If you are either caught, we spoke about this, or in violation or just a simple roadblock. There's a process, man. Don't agitate the situation because it ain't designed for you to win. Do not give them the power to be judge, jury, and executioner, because some people look for that shit. They looking for that hostile motherfucker who ain't gonna comply, and so it ain't no secret. Nigga, if I'm caught, I'm caught. I don't say shit. You feel me? I don't say nothing. Then whenever I ever do some shit and I get caught, I don't talk. I'm very respectful, peaceful, whatever. The motherfucker try to talk to me. If he ain't saying some slick shit, you feel me? I laugh. You not about to fire me up, dog. Matter of fact, my beef ain't even with you now. It's the state versus me, because you got me. You feel me? I'm waiting for that motherfucking performance.
Right.
I ain't about to give y'all no ammo to be murking me, dog.
Right.
Y'all runners to me.
Right.
And see, that's what people, you get that fear because you see all of this shit going on. Nah, nigga, they work for you. You pay them. All right? And they runners. If you know what a runner is, they the little niggas. They just out there doing their job, though. So don't put yourself in that situation where you're going to find out what type of cop pulled you over. Just let the shit play out. Let the process happen. Don't talk slick, because it's about paperwork. At the end of the day, either a nigga going to give you a citation, or depending on what you did and what you got going on, if you caught, you caught. Don't fight it there. Your fight is in court.
Right.
Learn something. Don't beef with them. They got guns. Do you walk up to a group of thug ass niggas talking shit?
Right.
Right.
So
use your third, man.
So I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but it was Second Lieutenant Karan Nazario.
Where was they from? Where did this happen at?
Virginia.
Virginia? Ooh.
Yeah, he's an Army officer. He pulled into. They tried to pull him over. He said it was dark, so he pulled into a well-lit place, and for good reason. They probably would have killed him if he would have pulled over there in the dark. So I mean, I don't know. You can't just.
They pepper sprayed the fuck out there
with his hands up in the air. He said he was afraid. He was asking what did he do. He wasn't resisting.
They treated that nigga like a roach that wouldn't die.
Right. They was and he had on a military uniform.
Disrespectful,
and see, I didn't want right.
Had to bite my tongue just now.
Right.
Go ahead.
So it doesn't matter what uniform you wear. All they know is you're resisting. Even when you're not, you're resisting. Even when you can't, you're resisting.
Okay, so we talked about Kaepernick. This takes us all the way back to Kaepernick and how they tried to force the narrative. He was disrespecting the military, and they ran with that, right?
Yeah.
I want to see them same motherfuckers.
Nah,
Hold up though, because you don't know who's watching. I want to see them same motherfuckers that was pissed off about the kneeling of the knee shit.
Yeah.
Go to bat for that motherfucking soldier.
Yeah.
You hypocritical ass motherfuckers, because it ain't no different. Here's a person in uniform, on video, actually being disrespected.
Yeah.
But I put up a post a couple of days ago. I said, it's crazy how a group of people can get together and get your ass in trouble, but them same motherfuckers don't have the power to get you out, which tells me there's something wrong with that. You feel me? A whole lynch mob can get together and say you. Whether they wrong, they could point the finger at you and certain things are going to happen, right? But them same people can't get you out. And you look at all of the documentaries you done seen where in court, people want to change their testimony later on down the line to try to exonerate somebody, and it don't happen just as quickly as you went after that person. You know what I mean? There's something wrong with that, yo. Motherfuckers don't like to be wrong. That's a big problem in our society, that people, they ain't gonna give you justice equality, man. People don't want to say that they wrong. And it's something as simple as that. Nigga, if you fucked up, I should be out.
Right.
You feel me? I should be out. What else you got? So much shit done happen, man.
The town has launched an investigation into that. The Army officer, his leadership is saying he acted very professional. They were proud of him, and that the police officers basically violated their legal rights, and so they got to deal with the Commonwealth. I don't see anything about charges.
I was pissed about the kneeling at first, but after some time, I learned and now admire for facts, my G.
So what? I couldn't understand what you were saying.
He said, Dave Allen said, I was pissed about the kneeling at first, but after some time, I learned, and now admire him for it. Right, hey, man. Hey, look, some people don't know, and some may know, because I was in the military. This is what they told us. If you get pulled over by the cops, and whether you got your uniform or not, you are part of another team, right? Right. It doesn't change the circumstances of how the police deal with you. Right. Because you're in the military, your ass can get in trouble twice. So you definitely got to be a double thinker. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be dealing with that. And then when I guess you get out, you got to deal with the military disciplining your ass also. Right. So nobody wants to get their ass whipped twice. You feel me? You don't want to get in trouble twice for the same shit. So, you know what I mean? Right. I'm curious on the military side, because you got to think, he's property to them. He's part of that team. So I'm more curious about what his lawyers are going to be like. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you in the military. Do you have to go out and pay for your own personal lawyer, or do they appoint you one of their jags? You feel me? To handle that, because that's going to be an interesting case to keep up on, man. Yeah, most definitely. I definitely hope that America comes out for that. That people come out for that. They need those who support the soldiers. Don't forget their families. Like, it's patriotic. Police officers completely disrespected a member of our military who keeps us safe. Yeah, definitely. But I told a cop recently, you know, we take the same oath against foreign and domestic. Like, I took that shit seriously. Right. You feel me? I took that oath seriously. Because on some 9/11 shit, I joined the military. A lot of people don't know that about your boy. I signed up fresh off of my couch. I ain't had to do that shit, but I was pissed. I thought what happened, and you know what I mean? The way it happened, and nigga, I wanted to go fuck something up. I did.
Right.
But as I stayed around, I figured out, yo, hold on, nigga, this ain't what really went down. Nigga, it's about to go over there and do some damage if they let me in the area, nigga. You feel me?
Yeah, that's crazy. What's definitely gonna be something to keep up on it. You know, it's good that you felt 9/11 was a very it was the crazy. That was like the first like real disaster.
It was it was a major violation.
Right.
Like, yo, hold up, man, what the fuck?
Right.
Niggas, you know what I mean? Like just the idea of somebody taking a plane
right
and doing that shit, right? And
right.
then it's like, yo, fuck that, nigga. I'm to the country on that one. Like, that's one time they got me. I was fooled.
Right.
But it was an emotional decision that led me to that. And look at where we at now. A bunch of dudes making a bunch of people are making a bunch of emotional decisions, and they all are bad.
Right.
Bad. What up, Rico?
Right. So, you know, it's definitely gonna be interesting. So, okay, we gotta move on because there was another one.
All right, bring it.
So the training officer who thought that she pulled out a motherfucking taser.
Oh yeah, What's her name?
So I got this.
What's her name?
So unfortunately, rest in peace to Dante Wright. That is the victim.
Yeah, Dante Wright.
He was 20 years old. This happened in Minnesota.
Again.
Again. They be wilding from Prince's hometown. Y'all should act better than that. Y'all should be more respectable than that.
A dude I bow with from Minnesota.
So her name is Officer Kimberly A. Potter. She is a 26-year veteran in the game.
And you grabbed your taser by mistake.
She was training.
Your gun by mistake. Come on,
She
man.
was training. She was a training officer. She was training at the time.
Exactly.
It happened.
How that happened?
And from what I understand, is taser and the gun are put on opposite sides for a reason. They're different weights. They're colored differently. They are,
what the chief said. What the chief said. If you're right-handed, then your firearm goes on your right side, and your taser goes on the left side, and vice versa. If you're left-handed, your gun is on your left side.
Okay.
And your taser's on your right side. So that whole method of confusion ain't no excuse for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what on that? That's just a little bit of background about it. He was
awesome.
Right.
And old shit. But once again, you giving me information that I didn't know, that you train other people not to make this mistake, which means your fucking ass can't make this mistake, shorty.
She was the president of the police union in recent years.
Look, I always tell people who will listen, I believe they got a list, man. Everything's digital now. Like, you want to get on some sinister sick shit to keep things either that or some shit is a drill, or motherfuckers is actually out here murking motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean? Like, them the three options that I see whenever something pop off. They either got a list, or because a lot of things is too coincidental. And being a dude who had interactions with the cop, good and bad, or just being a witness to things happening where I'm from, we all knew who the fucked up cops was. We all knew who the chill cops was. You know, this new crop.
Oh,
What you got? What you got? What you got?
Wait a minute.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
So
Enlighten us.
It's under investigation, of course, but it's also set to be investigated by the prosecutor that's working on the Chauvin, the George Floyd case.
He has experience.
So they trying to get it moved from them. But now you have 2 police officer involved deaths. So now he gonna have a lot of pressure. That
it depends on
him.
Right. It depends on the outcome of this shit. Yeah, the George Floyd shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, sorry. Go ahead. I just thought that was interesting because I didn't realize that.
I mean, once again, is that the boy that ran? That's the boy that ran back in his car, right? Yeah. That's the boy that when they had him out the car, he tried to run back in his car and she shot him. Yeah, that was him. Once again, there are certain things that you did. Like, look, I'm not justifying nobody getting shot. But at the same time, I always stress to people, the police have a stressful ass motherfucking job. And people don't take that shit into account, man. If I was a cop and having kids, I just left an investigation or a crime scene where I saw a baby murdered senselessly over some bullshit or just murdered, period, right? And I don't know if they do that. Facts. I don't know if they do that. I don't know if when cops are in a traumatic situation like that, I know they have an officer come in to kind of treat the cop. I don't give a fuck if he just shot you. They have somebody come in to talk to you because that's part of the brotherhood. The stressful and emotional side of being an officer. And a lot of times we don't take that into account, and then we'll hear somebody like defending them because we don't know the other side. Not excusing nobody. I'm just pointing out some facts. So if I just seen a little baby get killed, and then I'm expected to be the one on that traffic stop, come on now. I'm not in my right mind. So one thing, if I'm fucked up emotionally or whatever, or something is going on with me and I don't report it because I'm not in my right state of mind, it's not healthy for me to pull you over and you talking shit. Because now you taking that emotional standpoint, that energy I'm in, and it's going to go left. I believe that. The media always shows us what they want us to see. No doubt. No doubt. But once again, I'm speaking about the other side. I had a cop tell me one day, you couldn't be a cop. And I was like, nigga, how the fuck you gonna tell me what I could have been? But I got why he said that. There are things that they actually go through. We don't, matter of fact, when I get my son and we go bowling, it's a memorial around a curve, not too far from the crib, right? And my son has been investigating what happened. Like, we've been talking about this for about 2-3 weeks. And what I did was, when I come around that curve the other way, so we could figure out how they ended up off the road where the memorial is, that's where they died at, right? So if it's not a car coming, I let the car drift a little bit so he could see how motherfuckers be not paying attention, texting and driving, and just that quick, shit happens. And you figure head-on collisions too? Come on, man. It's a lot more people dying now. And hey, look, when I drive, I used to drive close to the line. Not no motherfucking mo. I look people in their face when they be drifting over because they looking down at their fucking phones, doing 50, 60, 75 miles per hour, man. That is just as bad as being drunk and driving. You feel me? So I get it, man. I get.
She fucked up, man.
I know, but I get both sides when it comes to that adrenaline.
Yeah,
That adrenaline is a drug.
crazy. Yeah.
Like, feel me, that adrenaline is a motherfucking drug. And we don't know how they counsel them in them situations.
Right.
That's the shit we need to be focusing on, and just instead of just saying something about their training. How do you train somebody to de-escalate, and then my next stop could be a suspect of a robbery, which means my high can't come down. I have to stay pumped up because I don't know if he's armed and dangerous.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, think about it. Think about that time you've been scared. I don't know if it was scared to fight somebody after school. Your heart pumping because you know it's about to go down.
Right.
Everybody, even the toughest nigga, heart pump, be pumping. Right. So imagine that for a cop having to deal with a stereotypical black person. But then we say, well, why is it that way for black people? And then white people be talking way more shit than we do, but you don't kill them. Right. Psychologically, right. He's looking in the mirror.
Right. Right.
Think about that. It ain't an easy out, but it's an easy answer. Psychologically, technically, he's looking in the mirror. If he don't really fuck with black people outside of work, he ain't gonna understand none of that. None of the shit that we go through. You feel me?
Right.
And we all know how the game is played around here. So you don't be stupid. You don't motherfucking aggravated situation. Remember what happened to the black cop that shot that woman in Seattle? Did he get convicted? Oh no, yeah. See? That
was a black cop who
shot the white woman, yeah.
What?
Hold up.
Where was I at?
Hold up. See, that quick.
Maybe that person was right though when I told you that.
Yo. No. That ain't that cuz. You trying to play me. Who shoots? Oh, I gotta put white woman. See? Google. White woman in Seattle. Okay, Seattle 2017.
What?
Then they tried to say she was pregnant.
Oh man. Shame on him.
Hold up.
He gonna shoot a pregnant white
They
woman.
want stiffer family. Hold on, I'm about to tell you what happened.
He thinking about? That don't make no sense. A pregnant woman, period. Why would you shoot a pregnant woman?
Hold on, let me make sure that's the right story, because
she was white.
Black man who shot dead white woman claims self-defense. 17-year-old white girl says he filed in self-defense, but his lawyers argue Georgia stand your ground law isn't being applied in this case.
Georgia got a stand your ground law too.
God damn. It's a lot. Hold on.
Damn.
It says black cop kills white woman with scissors.
What?
Because she screamed, "Shoot me, nigga."
So he decided to stab her the fuck up. I don't even know what to say right now. What in the world?
Okay, Muhammad Noor, that's him, who was black. All right, there we go. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. I don't know what that other shit was.
Me neither.
A black officer, a white woman, rare murder conviction. Is it hypocrisy or justice? So then he did get some time. I don't even remember him going to court or none of that shit.
Me neither. But there was a comment on a racist post I saw that said, how come when a black person shoots a white person, they don't never get any notoriety?
Hold up. Muhammad Noor, who was black, Somali, and Muslim, became the first Minnesota police officer convicted of murder in an on-duty killing.
Minnesota again?
When a jury found him guilty. On duty in a shooting.
What's going on in Minnesota?
don't know, man.
I experimented with it so what the hell is going on?
I don't know why Minnesota is ground zero for the bullshit all of a sudden.
It's popping there.
Yeah. Crazy though.
That is crazy.
He got convicted.
How much time did he get?
It doesn't say.
What did he get convicted of? That's
That's
terrible.
trying
Trying to find.
It doesn't say how much time he got. In community, should have been held accountable. They could not help but wonder what the outcome. Man, I'm trying to see some numbers. This story is very brief, which is how they do it, motherfucker. You gonna talk about it? Talk about it.
That's crazy.
It
All
doesn't.
right, though. We gotta move on because there's still yet more things that
Go
we
ahead.
have
Let it go.
More crazy things that we have not touched. But just to wrap up on the training officer shit, like, yes, people make mistakes. Yes, people get traumatized. But when you train other people, when you are a veteran in the game for that long, 24 years, that's like a rookie mistake. Oh, I thought this was not
right.
Good.
Like that chick that was on the force less than a month and she shot somebody.
What? What the fuck?
Was that the one in Texas?
I don't know, but who?
They hit him with second-degree murder? Okay. Peace.
Well,
wow.
Thank you for that.
No doubt.
Yes, make sure you guys comment, like, share, subscribe, give us the facts. This is crazy. Like, exactly. I'm learning things that I didn't even expect to learn tonight.
That's crazy, though.
That is crazy. That is crazy. And I guess they don't, that's because they hang black people with the quickness when they, commit a crime against a white person. It doesn't matter if you did it or not. They're going to try to go ahead and...
Look, man, you know why we can't say that all the time? Because OJ got off.
He played football, though,
man.
Like,
don't give a fuck.
He played football,
OJ got off. So we can't, just that one W that we know about, we can't even say that shit no more. Because OJ got off.
Everybody love football, though.
But listen to what I'm saying, though. Them all people that was on the jury, that was...
But you think he did it, though?
No, I don't think OJ did it. I just think...
He know who did.
The corruption
right.
of the APD, the situation, and the high-profile atmosphere of that trial, where the cops had to actually cross their T's and dot their I's, and we found out they didn't.
Right.
So
and people found out.
Right. That's what changed. Trust me. Soon as it happened, he was caught. It was probably 85-15. He ain't do it. But then as you started hearing them paint the picture of how abusive he was.
Took the evidence home.
You know what I mean? Right.
Do that?
As you started learning more about OJ, and you was like, oh, maybe that nigga did do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They fucked up.
Right.
They fucked up. So, yeah, you're right.
Always talk about the technicality happens sometimes.
Yeah, you're right.
Rarely with a public defender, though.
What'd you say?
Rarely happens with a public defender.
What rarely happens?
A technicality. Where he gonna even bring the shit up.
You think if he would have had a public defender,
hell,
he would have went to jail?
OJ would have never.
That nigga took evidence home.
They would have gave. I don't know if California got the chair. Because they killed Tukey. Nah, they killed Tukey. They do.
Oh, I thought it was the needle.
OJ would have been on death row.
They gave him the needle.
I don't know, but they killed. They killing motherfuckers in California too.
I think it's the needle.
He would have got that.
Hold on, you're gonna make me look.
What, Tukey? Look up Tukey Williams.
Some states, they be trying.
Man, what the fuck is Arnold Schwarzenegger? He done made a couple movies since he was governor.
Is he still the governor?
No. I'm talking about since he left. He done made a couple movies, but he ain't in the spotlight like he was.
They're halting executions right now, and that's what I was about to say. Some states have stopped doing executions.
South Carolina done
This looks
revamped.
like a chair. This is they got the needle.
Okay, South Carolina done revamped some shit up because during the COVID, the supplies to kill a motherfucker was low. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, niggas got to live to see another day, but the supply, the medicine that they use to stop your heart and all of that bullshit.
How was that low?
They didn't, because we were shut down. So
what that
people,
mean?
they didn't have enough medicine. Like they might have had
but
two.
If we were shut down, where did the medicine go? They were still executing people.
No, you're not listening. They couldn't execute the people they were supposed to set to execute because they didn't have all the medicine. So it's like, I think it's like 3 things that they pump in you. And I think they only had like 1.
Why you say that?
So it would have been,
hold up.
it would have been inhumane to kill you with just one of the poisons that they inject with you. Because one of them is supposed to actually like basically knock you out. Or some shit.
Sedate you.
Right. To where you ain't supposed to feel it per
anything.
se. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Medical.
Just like they ain't supposed to electrocute your ass if you dry, because you'll fry like bacon. Burnt bacon.
Ugh,
and it smell.
Like
Ooh.
that shit from off of the Green Mile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And I'm sure that shit really happened to in real life.
Facts.
I mean, trial and error. Trial and
Facts.
error. They ain't always
You know it did. Because that's how they know. Don't do that no more. Don't fry motherfucker if he ain't wet.
I'm so sorry to everybody.
Yeah. Don't do it.
But this is just the kind of shit that we talking about.
Real Rap Talk podcast, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So I don't see where it's saying, like, I see a table, so I think they have.
What are you talking about? For us? For this thing?
Florida, for California, they have the needle. South Carolina.
Lethal injection medicine. Yeah, South Carolina delays execution, citing lack of lethal injection drugs.
So I wonder if that's what California is saying too, because they're halting it too. So maybe people aren't working to make the medicine.
Oh, they trying to bring the fireman squad back. That's what it was.
What?
Yeah.
Because
of that, because of them not having the drugs, they trying to bring the fireman squad back.
South Carolina?
Yes.
What?
It's a bill on the motherfucking table. Oh no, they approved the bill. Designated to restart executions in the state by adding a fireman squad or electrocution as options if lethal injection drugs are not available.
Wow.
And we all at South Carolina when that shit was on the table. If there was time, y'all should have been out there feeling some kind of way and talking some shit.
I
that
ain't
happened.
see that on no bill or nothing to vote on.
Yeah, because that's how they do. You was preoccupied. You was preoccupied with cough, cough, sniff, sniff. And leaving your mask in the car. You was distracted.
What?
You was distracted.
I seen a meme that said I wore a mask more than I wore a bra this year. It's the truth though.
Yeah.
Look at what they doing to us.
But they
I'm trying to see if that's what they do. That shit up. Executions. They give me statistics on how many people.
You don't
Okay.
need that. Go ahead.
So let me make sure because I want to be able to come off of the shooting shit.
Yeah, what's next? See, what's
More
next?
shooting shit. So this just happened recently. What?
If you ain't gonna talk about the old town shit,
What?
the
Which
football
ones?
player.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
You getting to that one?
Yes. Yes.
You
So,
should end it on that one.
well, I mean, there's so many more things to talk about, though.
But we can't cover it all, and then we'll do another one this week. Promise. Because there is a lot to talk about, but end it on the one that happened in Rock Hill.
So then I gotta do two though.
Okay, well go.
So the next one was the Uber driver that was killed by the teenage girls.
Okay, yeah, I seen that.
There was so much.
Yeah, man. Niggas is wildin'.
Niggas is wildin'.
Yeah.
So the Uber driver shit. What was your take on that? I'm pulling that up now.
Coming from, I ain't gonna say that element, but neighborhoods where motherfuckers do stupid shit. I have to wait to pass full judgment on the situation. Only on the strength of why was they carjacking him in the first place? Where the fuck you had to go to? You feel me? Like, where the fuck did you have to go to? Did you steal this nigga Honda Accord? Wasn't it a Honda Accord?
I think so.
Yeah, you ain't steal no Bugatti. You ain't steal a Lamborghini. Sure. You stole a fucking Honda Accord.
Well, so they said they had been they were car thieves. They had did it before.
Okay, so now we having a different conversation.
Yeah.
All right, so they had a plan to do this, which means they're gonna get fried. This is premeditated homicide. And the manner of the way that he died, because your ass couldn't drive, going around the curve, whatever speed y'all was doing, and you ejected the body. That's how you killed that person. Yeah, they gonna fucking fry for that shit.
Right. It was a 13-year-old girl and a 15-year-old girl.
And
they were charged with felony murder and armed carjacking.
Hold up, was this in New York?
No, it was in DC, right?
I don't know the
it was in
Washington, DC like that, but
it was in DC, man.
They gonna do something to them little girls.
I mean, they 13 and 15,
but they look just like this shit you didn't know about. They changed some laws in certain states where they can try you as an adult.
Right.
Matter of fact,
depending on the crime.
I looked that shit up right.
You see in Washington, D.C., but the victim is Muhammad Anwar. He was 66. And if you guys hadn't seen the video, man, it is pretty graphic. You could probably look it up on YouTube.
Don't look that shit up. It's crazy. It's still out there.
It
okay.
Really is.
So, you intake. Minors tried as an adult in Washington. In short, minors can be tried as an adult in Washington, but as a recent bill passed in 2018, changed how the prosecution could try minors as adults. Before the revised law, youths aged 16 to 17 charged with robbery or burglary in the first degree will automatically be tried as an adult.
They gonna let that girl turn 16 and try her out. The 15-year-old.
They may do some concurrent shit.
Yeah.
But then I've seen cases where they hit that legal age and they either will get like lifetime parole or probation or some shit.
Yeah, but that girl is 13. They might think she might be reformable. They might send her somewhere.
I mean, they did the Muhammad dude. They overturned his sentence.
Yeah.
The DC sniper, the young boy.
What?
See, I gotta keep up.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they overturned his shit.
Overturned it to what?
Hold up. Because our DC sniper.
When was this? I be working hard as hell. I feel like I don't know
Over.
nothing.
There we go. Yeah, DC sniper, his life sentence is overturned.
To what? What he get?
Hold on, I'm about to tell you in a
If you
second.
say 25 years, I'm moving on.
His life sentence was thrown out. Hold up, and then the picture done popped up and all of these ads. Hell, he might be out. I don't know. Yeah, that was 2002.
Damn.
It doesn't say. It just says his lifetime conviction was overturned. Because he was 17.
That's
Yeah, he done been in jail for 15 years.
That's still crazy. So the GoFundMe for the Uber Eats driver has raised more than $500,000.
Damn, I'm hating right now. I can't get $5 for my nonprofit. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging.
So
it's for a good cause.
The video is very graphic. You can see them like him saying this is car.
What up, y'all? I didn't even see you over there. Go ahead. I'm talking to the fans.
You could see when they pull off at a real high speed.
Yeah.
Hear them yelling,
and what they were saying.
and then when the crash happens, like you hear everything. It's like, I don't know. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's crazy what we're being subjected to.
Facts.
The things that's happening, the lights that's being shed on our black people, man, it's crazy. So
one thing I want to know though, and I'm curious about, and nobody answer my question about New York and how vicious NY used to be. Did they gentrify the fuck out of New York the way the crime rate has dropped dramatically? Because outside of that little boy, well, the little boy getting stabbed, that was the wrong person that they killed. And the girl, the student who, she got stabbed also, or she got shot? The young girl that was a college student, and some young person killed her. But outside of that,
I don't know what you're talking about from the first thing you just said just now.
All right, so you do. Remember the young boy they ran up in the bodega? It was a gang of dudes, and they fucked him up.
Stabbed
him. And then he was the wrong person.
Yes,
right.
He was a young boy.
Right. So what I'm saying, what I'm asking is, because I'm from Jersey. I know some of the things that go on them streets, but you don't hear stuff about New York the way you used to. And that's when we ain't even had fucking internet. So I'm trying to understand, did they gentrify the fuck out of New York to where you're not having the same type of crimes you used to have in the 90s and the early 2000s? Because it's been kind of quiet. We got Minnesota popping on. Who the fuck saw that shit coming? Minnesota done been in the news for the past, since Prince died. If you want to keep it a buck, because that what was it Philando Castile? Yeah. He was Minnesota too, right?
Was it? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Minnesota been in the news for a minute now, man.
Was fatally shot during traffic stop. Minneapolis.
Okay.
Metropolitan area.
There you go. Minnesota getting it in.
Minnesota.
Minneapolis. What is it? So hold on. What's it? Minnesota?
That was 2016.
When Prince died.
Yes, that was Minnesota. I mean, that is Minnesota. When did Prince?
Yeah, I'm looking it up too. That's the wrong
2016.
Prince. Wow.
April 21st,
right.
2016.
Prince died.
Actually, his anniversary is Wednesday. Yeah, 2016.
Purple.
I remember being out that night we was out. We was on the run, and it was purple lights down in Atlanta.
They talking about Prince Philip. I don't want to hear about that.
Yeah,
Nigga was 99.
Nah. That's crazy. Now that I'm thinking about
Yeah,
it,
Minnesota
all of these
been in
things
the
are
news for the past
happening
5
in
years, man.
Minnesota. What the fuck?
5 years and counting. 5 years and counting, man.
It's a conspiracy. You heard it here first.
You call it what you want, but Minnesota getting more getting more juice than motherfucking in New York.
I ain't going there.
I guess motherfuckers said, fuck it, they gonna do different types of crime in New York. They done got smarter with their shit.
Yeah.
The streets is dead, so what are we really doing? You feel me?
Yeah, and the young boy, Lissandro Guzman Felice, something like that.
They all in Atlanta doing they shit now.
June 20th, 2018. The little boy was stabbed in Bronx. He was 15. And it was mistaken identity.
Right. And then the student who was killed.
Now, who is the student?
I don't know her name.
Now, where was the student?
Hold up. In New York. 18-year-old college student killed in New York City Park. That happened December the 12th, 2019. Tessa Majors.
So that
she
happened
was from Virginia.
Okay. Yeah, man.
It was a 14. Yeah, she was stabbed, I think.
Oh my God.
And he was 14. She got stabbed by a 14-year-old little boy.
What?
Yeah, man. Get your kids, nigga. Get your motherfucking kids.
That is such a crazy thing.
Get your kids. This is why my foundation is so important.
Get your motherfucking kids.
Get your motherfucking kids, man. We out here trying to save lives. Y'all need to donate to that foundation, man.
Oh my God.
It's on my page. Go look it up.
Most definitely.
We gotta save the kids, man. They out here stabbing motherfuckers and shit.
Most definitely. We're gonna change the name too. That's the thing we're gonna have to do. But at the end of the day, it's coming. Coming like that PPP loan list.
I tell people, little niggas turn to big niggas.
Oh shit.
Yeah, little niggas growing to big niggas.
So that definitely
so why that 12 thing, more than likely they're gonna be wilding when they hit that legal age.
Right. So definitely get your kids. All right. So to wrap up the shootings.
Now fuck that. Give me your kids.
Okay.
That's what my foundation is for. Give me your kids. We'll get them right. We'll keep them preoccupied and safe.
Safe, because that's important.
Exactly that part. We'll keep them safe.
Yeah. So the last shooting we'll talk about is what happened here in South Carolina.
Right.
The football player who, which I think we talked about.
No, we didn't. We didn't do a show.
Doctor.
Yeah, that was a personal conversation. I didn't say it on here.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, so I can get my
background, because in case people don't know.
But yeah, I had that doctor before. Matter of fact, a couple of times. Because he used to be at Riverview Medical.
They say he was emergency room doctor.
Yeah, but he's one of the co-founders. His picture was up on the wall.
Riverview?
You know how the Riverview used to have pictures.
Yeah.
Or they still do. I don't know. I ain't been in a minute. It's called something else now. But Riverview had pictures of the staff, the doctors and shit in there. That. And I had that doctor a couple of times with that white beard and shit. He was cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a pretty cool dude. So
yeah.
And he was active in the community. So I get, man. But I'm not about to sit up here and point a finger at nobody because everybody in that situation was a victim.
Right.
So, you know, it's no hate towards the shooter or...
What's his name? Or do you need me to, in case people don't know?
If you got the football player's name, then you go ahead.
It's something
Adams. Yeah, I'm looking at that. It's a lot of Adams in York. I mean, in York
Right.
County, period. So
Yeah.
I don't know which set of Adams he came from.
Philip Adams.
Right.
That's his name.
But the you know, the grandbabies, 5 and 9, it's sad. The whole situation is sad. Whatever his reason was, you're probably not gonna get to the truth for that matter, man. Because we always talk about mental health issues on this podcast. And this just displays how serious it is to get help or just don't ignore it because you're tired of dealing with somebody, because this is usually the outcome. Those people need, like, realistically, man, people need help. Yeah, that shit go for the police too. Whether or not they get it, I don't know. But shit, it's people who ain't cops and ain't in them situations that need help. Shit, mental health is a serious,
it's always
unaddressed problem in this country.
It's always sirens going off when we film. It's sirens going off right now.
Because it's the Real Rap Talk podcast.
Real shit.
And I live in a good neighborhood, but hey, something going on somewhere else. Them sirens loud than a motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, one time we was on here talking about the shooting in Rock, a different shooting in Rock Hill, and we heard gunshots. The fuck? You know what I mean? Real Rap Talk podcast, man. I feel like a motherfucking street reporter or some shit. It ain't safe to be out there. I gotta report this shit from my head with my best on.
From headquarters, right? So, the football player, he played for the San Francisco 49ers, the Seattle Seahawks, Oakland Raiders, New York Jets, and the Atlanta Falcons. He lived right up the street from the doctor.
Right,
he killed the doctor, 2 children, 2 workers.
Yeah, 2 workers, because both of them died.
Right, that were working outside of the home or inside of the home or whatever.
R.I.P. everybody involved.
Right, and then he killed himself.
Right.
So, let me see. He played at South Carolina State. Oh wait, he played in Orangeburg,
right?
South Carolina State University before going to NFL, and he went to Rock Hill High.
It was a long time.
He's 32, so that means
he
would have graduated like 2006, 2007, around that time.
And the company of the workers was called GSM.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So RIP to everybody involved, man. Sad situation that I saw as a positive, if you could say that, with this situation. They immediately threw CTE on the table instead of how they usually slander your name. You know what I mean? That I thought that was very important in this situation. Only on the strength of he killed himself. If he was still alive and it was a manhunt, and it'd have been probably different stories. It probably would have been cocaine and crayons on the dresser or some bullshit. But I'm glad that they said CTE immediately. And
this nigga wrote me a letter in crayon.
You know what I mean? It'd be like the nigga wrote a letter in crayon and shit, and it was cocaine on the dresser. I'm glad they ain't do that young brother like that because something was wrong.
Right.
You feel me? I feel like, I can't say justice, equality, but there's an understanding that there was a problem to make him do this. And it wasn't about slandering his name or degrading him and breaking him down. I call it the Jesus Christ effect. When they put you on that cross, it's hard to get your ass off, man.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, well, definitely rest in peace to everyone in the situation. It's sad that they couldn't get a poor man help, but
I think maybe he was. So what I heard, and I don't know if it's true or not, but he was the one prescribing him medicine. He took him off the medicine that he needed. I don't know if that's true or not. If y'all know whether or not that's what's popping right now, then let me know if I'm correct or not. But that's what I heard.
Doctors had a thing where like they stopped prescribing people what they were giving them and started going a whole different route.
And then the stress of coming out this pandemic too, man. Like, come on, man. That shit really fuck with a lot of people, myself included. Because I played motherfucking investigative reporter through the whole goddamn thing. Y'all better go back and watch our past episodes. Shit.
We all did.
We was reporting all kind of shit, coming up with all kind of theories and conspiracies about this shit, man.
Right.
And we about to start letting up. We about to have regular football. So I'm about to shut the fuck up. I ain't got nothing to say. They giving me my liberties back. Shit. I'm done with that.
So the I'll save that for
next
time. So let's change the direction.
You got another one?
Nah.
That was your two?
From all the crazy stuff, somebody from South Carolina had a scratch off or a lottery ticket for $2 million, and he hid it in an encyclopedia. So he was ready.
Hey, you already know where that joke is going.
And that ain't no joke. No. That's facts. It was in the paper.
I'm talking about why he put it in the encyclopedia.
Oh, we all know why.
Motherfuckers ain't reading.
No, ain't nobody looking in an encyclopedia. I had to tell my son the other day what one was. I was like, come on now, you go to school. You don't know what an encyclopedia is? But $2 million in the encyclopedia. One thing that I wanted to ask you, because we don't talk about, because we do music and we do a lot of reporting from the streets. So we don't talk about a lot of comedian stuff. And I seen something, so I wanted to hear your take on it. So do you think Steve Harvey is a sellout?
I think Steve Harvey is Steve Harvey.
What that mean?
Meaning, we can't put that on him to be how we want him to be, because he passed that stage. He done been through shit where maybe at one point in time, he was on that shit. You feel me? To sit here and call him a sellout, you don't know what. Like, I hear a lot of positive things and a lot of negative things, but isn't that mostly everybody? Like, you gonna have people that don't say shit about it.
Right, but people feel like Steve Harvey is a coon.
Happy 420 troll on you. You missed the smoke out. I ain't hitting it again. I got shit to do. If I hit that motherfucker one more time, I am not gonna be an effective human being.
So, but you don't think he's a sellout. You just think he's done shit.
Like, you got people who okay. So, like, on YouTube, it's a lot of people who say negative things about their experiences. But what I'm trying to get you to understand, if he out for self, then you know that if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck is a motherfucking duck shit. That don't make him a sellout. That just make him selfish. You feel me?
Okay.
But you don't know what circumstances led to that. I'm saying that shit to the 400 power just because I know that clock is ticking.
Right. So it's poetry month.
No, don't go there because you left one out. The two transgender women.
I told you that I didn't see the story on that, so you got to tell me about that because I don't know.
Police have charged Dontarius Long, 21, and Joe Brewer, 33, for the murders of, I hope I get your name right, Jayida Peterson and Remy Fennell of Charlotte. Officer said Peterson was killed on Easter Sunday. She was found fatally shot in the Quality Inn Hotel, on the west side of Charlotte. She was somebody. She was a person. She was my child. Peterson's mother said, okay, and I'm going to do this without trying to offend anybody. We always talk about people who get on social media, and I don't know if the brothers knew or if they didn't know. Either way it go, it doesn't justify killing them if that's the situation. All right. They were human beings, period. The choices that they made in life was their choices. That didn't mean they deserved to die or be murdered for the shit. All right. I don't know the circumstances behind this story, but people have rights, man. At the end of the day, like, I don't have to get down with the shit, but at the end of the day, they're human beings. They did what the fuck they want to do with their body, man. Freedom. Now, if it's some shit where you tricking motherfuckers, I done spoke on that before, man. Like, the pressure of being a good man, all right, and not necessarily compromising, but yeah, because there are laws, there are rules put in place for people who are just homophobic. I don't get mad at the people that's homophobic. If that's how they feel, that's how they feel. You know, that's an anxiety. That's a reaction. Right, just like racism.
Psychological problem.
Right, but I'm saying this is just like racism. We have all, but it goes back to mental health shit.
Just like being afraid of spiders.
Right. Everybody has some kind of, has something.
Right.
That they just not fucking with, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Period. I don't eat chitlins.
Right.
The fuck? You gonna judge me because I don't eat motherfucking pig guts, nigga? No.
Right.
It's just my preference. People have preferences. So what I'm getting at in this situation, I don't know the story. So I can't build on it. I can't give you nothing but my opinion about the situation. So I'm on that what if shit. If they were tricked, it's a dirty game.
Right.
So coming from that side of the fence, I could kind of understand people's reaction, because it's just like the police. A million things is going through your head, playing in your head right now. So technically,
especially if something done already happened.
Right. Like, come on, man. You want to talk about somebody being upset? I can get that.
Yeah.
You can't front. Like, you could be humane, but you gotta understand the circumstances. If that's what it was, them dudes wasn't in their right mind.
Right.
Like, they were exposed.
Right.
So there are people who go out to expose people. You don't know how people act when they backed in the corner like that, man. People do some irrational shit, and it leads to things like this. So I hope that wasn't the case.
Somebody going around doing that in this area and around Charlotte and shit. Dude, like a transgender dude, was going around having sex with heterosexual.
It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that.
He was filming it and releasing it on Facebook. And had people from here.
I forgot. Hold up, didn't that person get killed? Did somebody catch up to that person or something? What? I don't know. I don't know. I just know they getting killed. A lot of people are getting killed. It's a dangerous game. I don't think people should play that game, because you have men, right? Then you done put into the forefront, we have to deal with LGBTQ, and I think they added another letter. You have to deal with that community, And then we have to deal with women.
Yeah.
But all of those people kind of like against men. So think about that for a minute. Men have their pick of the litter. You get judged for that.
Yes, you do.
Right, you get judged.
Yes, you do.
And it's not to say that women don't get judged. I'm not doing the apples and oranges thing. I'm just trying to give you a different perspective. That men have their pick of the litter, but you get judged by your pick. Even if it's a woman, a straight woman, you still get judged by your pick. She's either the right one for you, or she's the wrong one for you. Or there's some she has a past. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole bunch of variables when we deal with each other, man. It's like either you're gonna bury things and move forward and all agree or whatever to get along, go along, get along, shit, or things gonna be a problem. Speaking of, and then I'm out because I got shit to do. I know I'm running behind, but I had a situation Saturday night where
Really?
yeah, you know it was coming.
Really?
You know it was coming. I had a situation Sunday night. Saturday, my bad. Where a loved one, somebody put their hands on one of my loved ones. And because I was trying to word this right, in a different space, mind state at the time, it was only so much I could do with the situation at that time. So I tried to protect them another way, a more civil way. And I got my heart broke for trying to help somebody that I love. Feel me on this. I don't know if she knows she broke my heart. I don't even think she cares that she broke my heart. But my heart was broken nonetheless, on the strength of a couple of things. One, we better than that bullshit. And for whatever reason, I try to talk to her all the time. But something that I learned from that situation, because I'm not going to get into details, but something that I learned from that situation is people who have separation anxiety, no matter how much you try to drill things into their heads, they're not going to get it. So I got to thinking, well, damn, should I promote some type of counseling? Because once again, this is a mental health issue. It's not saying that somebody's crazy, but if they're not in their right mind and they're not making good decisions, then we got to figure out how to stop putting square pegs in the circle holes and make shit make sense. And right now, for me and mine, shit ain't making motherfucking sense. And not because of what I want, but as a parent, it's like what you expect to happen for your loved ones. You dig? And
Yeah.
I had a good conversation with the law. And I learned something about myself also. I'm mature. From the person who I was and quick to take care of things the way I know to take care of things, I'm mature. So I'm proud of myself in that regard. I'm proud of my family, period. Even with the situation, I'm still proud of my family. And I'm going to tell you why. My experiences when you're raising your kids, your experiences, when you try to be the crystal ball for them to keep them from going through things. And sometimes they got to walk through the fire in order to learn. You can only hope that through the experiences that they go through, that they get it. But a lot of times that ain't always the case. I never expected that to happen to my motherfucking bloodline, but it does. It does. You can raise all your kids right. 2 of them crackheads, 1 of them a stripper, 2 of them motherfucking
somebody in jail.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how the game go with us,
Yes.
man. But it ain't just, and the crazy part about it's not a black or white thing.
Right.
White folks, Mexicans, Asians, there's always somebody going against the grain in every family. So it happens. And my maturity is, I'm going to accept this shit. I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to force it. But I'm not going to relinquish my rights to protect what I made for no fucking body. So, to his people, my thing is, I don't see nothing good coming out of this situation, right? I've always said I don't call people. Feel me on this. I never had to call nobody because I'm not the kind of dude that would be like, yo, come and let's take care of the situation. Always find a way to handle the shit myself. But I'm going to put this out here and I'm going to leave this alone. If it happens again, I'm making a motherfucking phone call. And we going to leave that at that. Just know that. So you ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about if. Just know I'm making a motherfucking phone call. And we'll let the law deal with the situation. We'll let the judges deal with the situation. But it ain't shit you could do about it when I make the motherfucking phone call. So I advise you on this motherfucking line, get your peoples. Because I'm tired of having to revisit this bullshit. I ain't cut from that cloth, yo. I'm not you. I'm not your family. Whatever bullshit y'all used to. Nigga, I'm not that. I do things differently, dude. And I got a big ass family, man. That's why I don't make the phone call. That's plan Z. Nigga, we at Y. Don't have me make that motherfucking phone call. Because ain't nobody gonna be able to stop that shit. So I'm gonna say it one more motherfucking time. Get your motherfucking peoples. Because I'm tired of having to revisit this situation. All right? You heard it from me. Don't act like motherfucker. I don't want to hear no crying. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Please believe me. I'm being sincere as I fucking most possibly can right now. With a smile on my fucking face. But you hear my tone. Shit real. Shit real. K Anonymous. Big bass. I ain't fucking playing. Real Rap Talk Podcast, nigga. We will see y'all soon, man. We about to get back to the regular format because I miss y'all. I miss talking to y'all. I'll be fucking stressed out.
We've been doing the nonprofit.
You know what I mean? And we've been busy, man.
There's things that we have been doing. We have been in so many different spaces. We haven't forgot about you guys, though. Thank you for rocking with us. Check it out. Check out the Art Center, the Culture Art Center.
Before I dip out,
You said you was done.
No. This on some positive shit.
Oh.
Before I dip out, because I got a recording from a podcast that I shot a few years back, right? Where a younger brother made a statement about me. And I ain't the type to brag or gloat or know none of that shit. I let my motherfucking resume speak for me, right?
Word.
You dig? So,
yes.
But he brought it up nonetheless, and it just reminded me of something. The young man said he came to my city when it was just a hick town. And he told us that
that's real.
Y'all could do whatever the fuck y'all want to do here. Why is y'all just sitting around waiting like y'all waiting for motherfucking Jesus? And he said, the nigga said that shit, came through, went to work, put the little town on its motherfucking feet. You feel me? I put niggas on their feet. All right? Niggas know. They don't have to tell. That's that bullshit pride. I'll address them niggas when I see them. So I took time off, 20 years, to raise my family and work on me. All right? But I'm back. Nigga got an album coming out. I got my hands in a lot of things, so it's time, man. So all the niggas with that bullshit, all the niggas that was being disrespectful, all you niggas that was lying, and come on, man. I'm back, nigga. Even though I ain't going nowhere, I'm back.
Oh, shit.
I'm back. So we gonna see.
Like
Look, we gonna see. Because I gave y'all 20 years to catch up.
Where the poison tongue is.
Feel me on this. I gave y'all 20 years to show me something. I seen a little something. Not a lot. And who the fuck does that? Who the fuck sits on the bench for 20 years waiting for niggas to get their shit together? Me. Nigga, I'm about 10 push-ups away from being back in shape. Nigga, don't play with me.
Not 10.
Yeah, 10. 10 push-ups, probably 5 jumping jacks, nigga.
Probably 5?
And some spring water. But hey, y'all, where this bond on? We're on some real shit. I'm back, man. I'm back. I'm refined. I'm ready. So, real ones, we gonna meet, man. We gonna meet. I promise you.
Y'all like, share, and subscribe.
You dig?
Man. Keep following us, man. We doing big things, man.
Matter of fact, Friday. We'll be back Friday. I know y'all be going out and doing y'all little thug thizzle. That's cool. But we still gonna do the show. We're gonna do another one this week. Because we got a lot more to cover, man. So, big ups. Peace.